Hey, I'm Flight, and I want to thank all of you for 500 subscribers. I honestly never thought I'd get here, but thanks to the support of you absolute legends, we made it. To celebrate, I asked my Discord, link in description by the way, and the YouTube comments from the last video to ask me questions for a Q&A. Sorry if I missed your question, they were actually a surprising amount, and it's just hard to gather them and answer them all. So sorry if I missed yours, I hope you don't take it hard. Anyways, first questions are from Wana. Face reveal? No. What made you play multiplayer block game? No download needed. I assume Wana's talking about Krunker, but really what drew me to it is the fact that it ran really smoothly on my old laptop and the fact that I didn't really need to download anything to have a pretty good experience. Also, a lot of my friends were playing it at the time, so that was a huge factor. Next, from OneTacoMan. What are your goals for the future? For example, your future job, etc. Well, thanks for the question, Taco. So, I'm not exactly 100% sure what I want to do yet, but at the moment, I'm really interested in aerospace engineering, so I'll probably end up rolling with that. As for YouTube and content creation, obviously I'd like to grow, but the journey so far has been pretty incredible, and I couldn't have expected this much support on my hastily edited videos discussing a block game, so I can't wait to see where this road takes me. Next, from YouTube Shiv, the inactive YouTuber. Why did you poop your pants today? Next, from Corpse Husband. Where are you from and what do you think of this build? First, I'm from India, which you might have been able to guess from my accent. Second, I think that build is fantastic and I love the use of stained glass to simulate a splash. Or at least, that's what I think it is. Next, again from YouTube Shiv. Are you going to try to do variety in the future or are you going to stick to Krunker content for now? Also, where do you plan to take your channel in the future and are you going to continue it? That's a fantastic question, Shiv. I've honestly given this a bit of thought and I do want to try and build on variety because as sad as it is to say, Krunker will eventually fade. But for now, Krunker the way to go and the new additions should help me come up with new content for sure. As for where I plan to take my channel in the future and whether I'm going to continue it, I know my uploads are sparse, but I do hope to change that. Hopefully weekly uploads coming soon if I can stay motivated enough. Next from Billboard. How'd you get your name Flight and what motivates you to stream? What is the current state of Krunker? How would you improve it if you were a dev? Really good question, Billboard. So let's get started on the first one. I got my name by copying Flight Reacts, the famous YouTuber and streamer. It honestly started as a meme, but then it got so out of hand and at this point I've sort of established a brand, so I don't think I'm gonna rebrand anytime soon. I'm motivated to stream by chat. By the way, I do stream at twitch.tv/flight2ts2_, link in the description, and the incredible community in my streams. I have some really supportive regulars in chat who make it just a really good time to stream. I mean, my view counts haven't really gone up since I was at 200 followers all the way to now that I'm a bit above 900 followers, so it's just a sort of pastime for me that I do to improve my mood. And you also asked what is the current state of Krunker and how would I improve it if I was a dev? Well, honestly, that's also a good question because in my last video, I sort of threw a temper tantrum about how Faceit wasn't out yet. But I got to really try Season 5, and I think the game's in a good place at the moment, though obviously I'd love for Faceit to come out as soon as possible. Next from Feb. Next from Lucid. Do you plan on going pro in competitive Krunker? Probably not. I've put so much time into this game, yet every time I hop into a pub lobby, guest 2 still stomps me. If yes, who would your dream team be to play with? I'm gonna avoid answering this question because I'm so washed, I don't know who's good right now, and I'm fairly active in the Krunker pickup scene. And another question from Lucid is, how is school taking a toll on your streaming/pug career so far? Yep, it's been not great right now because I've been getting a lot of homework and coursework, so I'm almost only restricted to streaming on weekends, though on a good weekday I'll be able to squeeze in 1 or 2 pugs. Next from Theropod X. If you could associate yourself with any animal while going pro on Krunker, what would that animal be? Very interesting question, Theropod. I had to think about this one a little bit, but I gotta say the elephant. I mean, they're just so cool. Next from OneTacoMan again. What's my favorite genre of songs and setup reveal when? To the first question there, I really like pop songs, which is unusual in the Krunker community, but it's what I like. I'm not a huge fan of all rap, but there are some songs that are pretty good. As for the second question, setup reveal when? I don't think anytime soon, given that my setup isn't really special at all, so it's not good content. Then we have a few troll questions from Mystic and Fury KA10. Then from Fire, I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong, we have the question, will I do a face reveal? No. Another question from Lucid, does Flight look like this? Clown emoji or mouse emoji. Personal, like I don't know what I look like more, but personality wise probably more of the first one. Question from Fury KA10 again, could you say no to this question? No. I don't know. Then I have two questions from Sydney OP. First one is, what is your real name? No. Second one is, when will I get verified? Good question. I have no idea, but this actually allows me to segue into a fairly interesting discussion point. I know the devs don't like people begging for verification, and that's understandable, but if someone who isn't verified yet, who does content creation or competitive or whatever, tells you that getting that mythical blue tick isn't one of their goals, they're lying to you. Obviously, it's a goal for me, but I don't really mind not having it at the moment. Okay, let's move on to the questions from YouTube. First is this wonderful message from American Supreme. I really appreciate this support, by the way. The question is, how much do you think that Krunker as a whole, the community and the game has changed your life? Actually, it has been huge for me. Obviously, throughout the pandemic, it's been a huge comfort for me and probably one of the reasons my mental health has fortunately not deteriorated much. It's been one of my biggest passions for the last more than 2 years, and I've absolutely poured my heart into it, and to be honest, I don't think I'm quitting anytime soon. I love this game, and as long as the devs continue to push updates, I'll probably still be playing. And the very last question for today's video comes from ZBG, aka Zero Bassoon Gaming. How come I'm so good at talking? Well, that's really disputable, but thankfully I've been blessed with what some people consider as a nice voice, and coupled that with applying what I've learned through the internet and school about cadence, volume, and pitch, and I think it's fairly nice. Otherwise, one other factor that I like about my videos is that most of them are pretty concise, aside from this one, and to the point. That's why I use a script, to keep it short and to the point, again, aside from this one. Well, anyways, thank you all so much once again for 500 plus subscribers. I'm looking forward to the next 500, and I'll see you all in my next video. I'm Flight, and I'm out. Bye-bye.